In the top stories, Senator Wilfred Abrahams says the Environment Minister should speak on the SSA situation. An NCC official says the agricultural sector has not capitalized on sargassum seaweed, and West Indies take the ODI Series against Bangladesh with a convincing win. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, August 22nd, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your time, your way.
Opposition Shadow Minister of the Environment, Senator Wilfred Abrahams, says the situation at the Sanitation Service Authority has reached an all-time low and should not continue without comment from Minister of the Environment, Dr. Dennis Lowe. In a statement released this afternoon, he said most areas in Barbados have been plagued by inconsistent garbage collection, and there were reports of an increase in the rodent population as a result. He also noted that the SSA unveiled a new fleet of vehicles 8 months ago, but now many appear to have broken down. Senator Abrahams said the health of the country is at risk and the nature of the situation demands ministerial accountability. Many have been touting the fertilizing properties of the sargassum seaweed, which has been washing up on the island's beaches. But National Conservation Commission General Manager Keith Neblett says it's mostly going to waste. He said the NCC planned to do some work with it, but in the absence of adequate space to store it, it was going to the dump. Mr. Neblett said he felt the agricultural sector had missed an opportunity.
I mean, if you get it dry and it's easy to incorporate to the soil, I mean, the people that are involved in agriculture, I mean, if they give us the green light to say, look, come and put it on their lands over time, let it spread and incorporate it, we will. But we're not getting that type of response. I know there's a guy from a gentleman, some in Christchurch, I think, that he's been currently doing something, bagging it, and I commend him for it.
The amendment of several pieces of legislation relating to the business sector are on the cards. This was revealed today by International Business Minister Donville Innes. Addressing an Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados meeting at the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center, he said when Parliament resumes sittings in October, the amendment of legislation relating to the international business sector will be high on the agenda. These include laws governing limited liability partnerships, income tax, and insurance, among other areas. Then during a tour of the refurbished Scotiabank branch on Broad Street, Mr. Innes said changes were also on the cards for small business legislation.
Various pieces of legislation that define small businesses, that speaks to the incentives that the state offers to small businesses, and generally speaking, how we can really revitalize the small and micro business sector in Barbados. And my ministry is already started to work on that. The first order of business, when we meet early September as a team around this issue, will be to define micro business and define small business in the Barbadian context.
Following 2 years of planning, the National Tourism Host Program will be launched in October. The initiative is aimed at improving the relationship between visitors and locals and educating both tourism workers and the general public about the many facets of the island. This was revealed today by Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Senator Irene Sandiford Garner, during a media conference at Hilton, Barbados.
This project is divided into two parts. We have the Barbados Together component, and we also have hosting Bajan style component. We call those two parts Barbados Together and hosting Bajan style. And the Barbados Together is basically formulated to improve the knowledge base of the hosts, meaning Barbadians, and their awareness capacities of the industry. The hosting Barbados style component is to improve the institutional and policy framework, and in this component.
Mrs. Sandiford Garner also announced that Barbados will host the 22nd Inter-American Congress of High-Level Ministers and High-Level Authorities of Tourism next month.
This Congress will start in Barbados during the first week of September, and Barbados will be welcoming 34 Caribbean and Latin American countries to the Congress. This hotel will be the host hotel, and those members will be coming with their assistants and their accompanying staff members. So we're looking at approximately 200 extra people here during the first week of September for this Caribbean and Latin American Congress.
Barbados will be the first English-speaking country to host the Congress in 25 years. The world is going digital and healthcare is no exception, with medical files now being documented electronically. Therefore, the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries will be hosting training sessions in the Medline Medical Coding Program come next month. The training will be done by the United States-based Medline School of Medical Transcription. Chief Executive Officer of partner ACR Business Solutions, Anthony Foster, said the program would enable people in the transcription industry to move on to the more advanced field of medical coding and billing.
The program is specifically geared to move persons who have been in the transcription industry up the value chain. So what this program is going to do is take transcriptionists and move them to the designation of coder.
In sport, West Indies bowled out Bangladesh for 70 to win the second one-day international at the Grenada National Stadium today and take a decisive 2-0 lead in the series. Chasing 248 for victory, only Tamim Iqbal with 37 showed any resistance to the West Indies bowling as Bangladesh lost by 177 runs. Spinner Sunil Narain took 3 for 13 and pacers Kimara Roach and Ravi Rampal took 3 for 19 and 2 for 21 respectively. Earlier, half-centuries from Chris Gayle and Darren Bravo helped the West Indies to 247 for 7 off 50 overs. The final ODI will be a day and night affair on Monday at Warner Park in St. Kitts. One of Barbados' top medal hopefuls, Rivaldo Leacock, fell in the men's 400-meter hurdles on Friday at the Youth Olympic Games in China and did not advance to the final. Leacock had just made his move when he struck the 7th hurdle. He injured the shoulder and will be out for a few weeks. On Saturday, Tristan Evelyn is in the final of the 100 meters and Shade Williams is in the final of the 400 meters, while Remarco Thompson is in the 200 meters B final. In basketball, UWI Blackbirds strolled to a 66-30 win against Clapham Bulls on Thursday at the Wildy Gym. National captain Tony Atherley had 24 points and 10 rebounds, while teammate Shade Clark added 16 points and 7 assists. Antonio Baptiste led Clapham with 12 points. Earlier, Urban Vibes St. John Sonics won 53-48 over Warrens. And finally, a New Mexico man is facing charges after police say he drove a stolen electric shopping cart to meet with his probation officer. When the officer asked Johnson where he got the cart, court documents say Johnson admitted taking it from a Walmart outlet. He was arrested and charged with larceny and receiving stolen property. He also violated his probation when he was arrested and was held on a $500 bond. And that's it for today. Get your news on our website, nationnews.com, as well as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And of course, pick up your Saturday Sun tomorrow. Do enjoy your weekend.